art, comedy, pop culture, and much more. You're listening to ACPN.
Hey everyone, John here from the Swimcast. I wanted to start the show off by sending our thoughts and wishes to the friends and family of Adult Swim icon George Lowe, who passed this week at the age of 67. Obviously, George was a powerhouse in the Adult Swim community, beloved by all his Space Ghost fans and Brack's Dad fans, etc. This was recorded prior to his passing, and that's why you won't hear us discussing it at this point. Still, it's a great episode and you should listen, but we'll be back with another episode and hopefully we'll be able to talk at length about his passing and his memory and how it impacted all of us. You can also check us out at AdultSwimCentral.com. There's going to be a in memoriam write-up that I'm doing currently for George Lowe, and hopefully many more fond memories of Space Ghost, George Lowe, etc. Until next time, enjoy the show.
Hello, young Swimcast citizens. Space Ghost here, a.k.a. George Lowe, inviting you in for all of the creamy, enjoyable listening goodness. Let's ladle some up right now, shall we?
Everybody, it's that time again. That's right. We're here for more than once in a year. It's amazing. It's the Swimcast.
Hey.
Joining us today are your ever beloved hosts, John J. Galbo and Mr. Jason. And I'm here, Mrs. Trish Henson.
Hi.
I like saying Mrs.
You're Mrs. now?
I've been Mrs. for...
Can I be
I've
a
been
Mrs.?
a Mrs. for 15 years. I mean, if you got the right surgery, I guess.
No, I don't.
Or the right hormones.
I don't have the insurance that'll probably cover this. Shit, they took away my GLP-1.
Oh my
God. Again, good, perfect timing for common side effects to come out.
Yeah, can we talk about, can we just dive right into common side effects? Because
absolutely, because I don't think we have really anything to plug until the end.
Yeah, I gotta say, common side effects, like, you have to watch this show. It is poignant. It is, like, it gets you in the feels. It is funny. And it's just, it really makes you think. And I love that about it. I'm trying to get my parents who don't watch cartoons, like my dad likes Family Guy, but my mom is like, oh, I hate Family Guy. I hate cartoons. But I think this would be right on their level.
I think the world would be a better place if more people watch Bob's Burgers. But that's me.
This is true.
I haven't been keeping up with television.
I cut the cord like 3 weeks ago, so it's just whatever's on streaming.
Wow.
Yeah, I just haven't been paying attention to much in terms of shows outside of like wrestling for a while. So I'm getting back into I haven't been watching anything, and now I've been keeping up with Common Side Effects every week since it aired.
How do you feel about it?
I love it. I think it's amazing. I saw the pilot over the summer because they streamed some. I guess I don't know if it was during the festival or what, but they had a stream on the YouTube channel where it was like the Night and New thing, and they aired. They had this. They had I don't remember the name of the thing with the shoulder pad.
Women or whatever it was. Pads, that was funny.
That was in there.
That was funny. Those two. Yeah, I guess those two in general aired at Comic-Con also, along with one of the new Yolos coming out. But those two surprised me because they were funnier than I thought they were going to be.
I think they also they showed I think they showed an episode of Invincible Fight Girl in there too, which I haven't gotten around to just yet. But I remember I got to the stream on time for it was the episode of Common Side Effects had already started, and I could rewind the stream, so I went back and watched the whole thing. I've been looking forward to this thing for months, and it really has been excellent. Yeah, that's the thing. It's Mike Judge and Greg Daniels who already know how to make a great show.
And they're producing it, and it's the guys that were behind Scavenger's Reign. I never watched Scavenger's Reign, but I know a lot of people have put that in.
I haven't watched much Scavenger's Reign either, but I've seen the animation, and it's gorgeous. And it carries over into this. And this one doesn't even need to be all that beautiful for what it is, but it looks fantastic, especially in a lot of the sequences after people take the mushrooms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's so good. It is very funny at times, but it also is it's just an excellent show all around. I feel like if the network treats this one right, it could be like a Breaking Bad for them.
Yeah.
This could be a big deal for the network.
I haven't treat it properly. I haven't really watched Breaking Bad at all, but I kind of got a Breaking Bad.
It's not a comedy.
It's a more it's a prestige TV, like event TV type of thing.
Yes. I was kind of thinking of how Venture Brothers has bits and pieces of comedy injected into it, but it's not necessarily a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of the same idea.
But I think this is more of a drama than even Venture Brothers, because Venture Brothers has a lot of meat to it.
Venture Brothers is more an action adventure with comedy.
Yeah.
This is more of a dramedy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think it's a dramedy. I think it has its funny moments. I love the FBI agents.
Arrogant and
they're amazing.
Harrington and Copan.
I can tell he has the biggest crush on her. And I think she's gay, so she's not interested in him.
Right, because or maybe
she might be bi.
She might be bi.
Because I think they mentioned vaguely something with the two of them possibly having had a thing at some point.
Which do you remember which episode or what was going on then?
Maybe the third one, because wasn't Harrington going to go out with the mushroom girl?
I think it was that episode.
Put her up.
Yeah.
It might have been that one.
Okay, because I see a lot of tension there, a lot of sexual will they, won't they, which I love. I'm so into the romantasy shit now. I bleed Sarah J. Maas, as anyone from the Carl's Pool chat room on the ACPN server will know.
Right, the chat that is generally Adult Swim, but is in actuality book
talk
discussion.
Yeah. Blame your wife.
I always blame her.
I love her. I'm so glad she's in our
I love
chat.
her too.
I guess you do, maybe.
I guess.
She's all right. She did read the romance novel about the ice creatures.
Oh god, the ice barbarians.
Ice barbarians.
I forget if she
Which I have seen. I have seen that talked about once or twice, and I'm like, oh my god, Colleen was cool before it was cool.
I'm trying to remember if she did an episode when she did her podcast with her friend.
Yeah.
Because the shtick was they'd have me, because I was producing the show, I would come on for a 5-minute stick and try and summarize the book just with the title.
Uh-huh. I'd like to see you summarize Akotar from what you know. What I would like?
Did.
This is completely off topic. I would like to do a show with you and Adam and Colleen, and where we just talk about Akotar and how much Adam hates it. Because I think you would join in because, like, from what she said, like, you don't seem very interested in it.
It's not that I'm not interested in it. It's just, I don't know. New stuff just really,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a struggle.
It's easier to read it and then listen to it, I think, for me. So maybe audiobooks aren't what you need. But let's talk more about some common side effects because, like, this show is incredible. It's groundbreaking, I think. It really makes you think and it makes you feel like, so there's, oh God, what is his name? The main character?
Marshall?
Marshall, yeah. Marshall is this guy and he is an expert on mushrooms and plants and saving the earth. And he finds these blue mushrooms in Peru, right? Somebody peeing? Oh no, that's my dishwasher. Sorry, edit point. Or don't edit that.
I don't know. That's a questionable one.
I was like, is Dino here?
Sidebar, I have been toying with the notion of re-releasing some of the older episodes. I think I might re-release that one.
I would like it if you did.
I might have to review it first for any questionable content. But
yeah. Maybe put up a like one of those pop-ups that's like, are you over 18?
No, I mean,
Do a viewer discretion is advised in the beginning of it.
that would be like, hey, this came from a time where things were less PC. And people, and we were angsty, and we said a lot of things that don't fly now.
Yeah, and
in
also
a mid-2000 period, because I always say like the mid-2000s were like when a lot of those words and phrases that you don't hear as often, were more not appropriate, but more commonplace, I guess.
But that episode was all about good hygiene.
And dead fathers. I think he
had your dad just died?
I think it was somewhere around there, and he brought up, his father had died, and we kind of bonded for a split second over that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you should always pee, or you should always wash your hands after you pee.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't care if you don't touch your dick.
Colleen actually had the nerve to ask me earlier, oh, did you wash your hands? I'm like, no, I wipe my ass.
With your hand?
Yeah.
And then gave her a big kiss? You cupped her cheek and with your poop hand.
Is that's the next novel, romance novel, Poop Hands.
Poop Hands. I'm going to write it.
Sounds like a horror novel.
No. And
it's a romance horror.
Him. I stroked him with my poop hand. The great length of him becoming even thicker and more erect.
Okay.
Anyway.
This is the shit I read. Thanks to your wife.
The literal shit.
The literal shit. Oh my God. I miss doing swimcasts.
I was like,
listeners.
I'm coming into this. I'm exhausted. Trish is running most of the show tonight. I don't know how this is going to work.
Oh no.
And I'm like, oh wait. Yeah, I do. I have those snappy moments.
I am like, I'm so manic right now. Don't tell me to run the show. Jason, it's all on you.
Oh no.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm the last person to run the fucking show.
So anyway, there's these blue mushrooms, and they can make everything better. Any medical disease, if you're about to die, you eat the mushroom and you are back to life.
Or if you're dead.
Yeah, technically. Yeah, because that does happen. I would like to warn people who have not seen common side effects that there is a lot of violence in this show. It's not horrible. There's a lot of violence though.
Especially in the last episode.
Oh my God, the last episode. I was like,
was fun.
I It's just
But
like,
again, I
holy
know
shit.
I said this right before we started. It apropos for the current political climate
Yeah.
between Luigi and everything going on at Department of Health and Hygiene,
Yeah. They don't give a shit.
Mr. Brainworm.
Mr. Brainworm.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if they if they put him or if they parody him in an episode. Although I find it funny that they have the Russians involved.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And even more apropos, getting Danny Houston, who usually plays like the baddest bad guys in like movies.
Does he play the Russian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Angelica Houston's half brother, who played he was the Nazi general in the first Wonder Woman movie. He was
I didn't see.
He was Stryker in the Bad Wolverine.
I didn't see.
He's
that
been
one.
in a number of movies where he's played a bad guy.
A bad Russian or just bad guy?
No, just bad guys in general.
Oh, okay.
He's one of those character actors who knows how to play bad guys.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Mike Judge can play
Hank Hill.
anybody. Hank Hill, like only Mike Judge can be Hank Hill. Like
I keep hear every time his character talks, all I hear is Hank Hill. I tell you what.
I know.
Well, it's every time any of his characters talk, because it's not even just Rick, because he was also that sheriff in the fourth episode.
That's right.
And he sounded even more like Hank in that one.
Yes. And doesn't he play the twins?
Maybe.
Yeah, at least one of them he does, yeah.
Yeah, at least one. Yeah, and I should do another content warning. The most recent episode last week, not this week, but there was a little anti-Semitism.
A little bit, but that's common in the South, I feel.
And Marshall's like, what? So
it's very funny.
It does kind of put people in their place about like, hey, anti-Semitism is wrong. And Marshall is.
But Trish, it's the South.
Yeah, I know. The South has their own rules, their own flag. I have a family member who loves the Confederate flag because they're a rebel. And I'm like, okay.
We had a neighbor on Staten Island. He had a Confederate flag in his garage. I'm like, dude, really?
No, this family member lives with my parents. And he's like, what?
Jason
just summed it up. Why the dude had a flag in his garage? It's Staten Island.
It's Staten Island.
Oh,
that's this whole island, man. It's everybody.
The fucking the trailer by the outer bridge that always has like 50 different flags.
Oh my god.
Oh well. Okay. Sorry, this is nothing related to this show. So that it was like an RV, and it was covered in all these Trump flags and all this stuff, and like some absurd fucking ones where
didn't
it's like
didn't it have an LGBTQ flag too for some reason?
Yeah, LGBT for Trump probably, or something like that. There was one flag. There's one that they always have where it's his head photoshopped onto Rambo's body, and he's like fighting a T-Rex or some shit.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That RV rammed into a light pole. The people inside are fine, just in case you need that to,
Well, I mean,
but like, yes, they rammed it into a lamppost. They have a new one, I think, now, and they're also still using the remnants of that one.
Oh my god!
And everybody involved is okay, but I remember seeing that pop up on like Instagram, and all the comments were like, "Oh my god, is the lamppost okay?"
Yeah, it's okay. They wrapped a flag around it.
Yeah. But like, Staten Island is basically the south of
Yeah.
New York City.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I moved to the town I'm in Jersey now is basically where all the Staten Islanders moved. So I don't see a lot of flags, but every once in a while, if I go shopping or if I'm down by the farm area, I just see flags.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I'm like, yeah, how's the price of your eggs going? Good? I don't think so.
It was Biden's fault that the eggs got so expensive, not avian flu.
And not tariffs.
Not tariffs.
I had a funny joke the other day. Colin got Wendy's, and they were out of barbecue sauce for the chicken nuggets. And the first thought that popped in my head is fucking tariffs.
Thanks, Obama. Anyway, back to common side effects for the 5th time.
Yeah.
So Marshall, oh my God, I'm so bad with names in these shows. Like, I can tell you the exact plot, things people said. I don't know their fucking names. What is her name?
Frances.
The female name here. Frances.
Yeah.
Marshall and Frances were friends from high school, and Frances works for a drug company. And her boss is Rick, a.k.a. Hank Hill. And
Boggle.
he's... What?
Boggle.
Boggle. But he's very self-centered. He has more money than God and gets very angry when they put him in the wrong hotel room. And she's his assistant. And Marshall explains this mushroom to her, and he actually kills a bird, which I was like, oh my God. But then he feeds it a mushroom, and the bird like kind of looks around and flies away. Perfectly fine. And so they become friends, again, and she's like, I could make a lot of money off of this. And so she tells Rick, like, what if I, could make us a lot of money? And he's like, well, then do whatever you got to do. So it's very interesting. She like, she like tries to meet up with him a lot, but the FBI is chasing him. The Russians are chasing him. Basically, anybody that wants to make profit off of people's illnesses is chasing him. So it's just a very poignant show. It's got its moments that are really funny. I love the FBI agents.
They're the best.
I just love this show. I can't wait to watch it tonight.
Sidebar, Emily Pendergast, who voices Frances, is on Blue Sky. She seems very nice. She actually retweeted the AS Central account a couple of times.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Well, shout out to her. We would love you on the show.
Of course. I never turn down anybody to be a guest, to chat with on the show.
Can I be a guest? I've met Dave Willis.
You know what? I'll vote for you to be a guest on Dana and MC Chris's podcast.
Oh my God, I couldn't do it without you. I would be so scared. I'd be like, hi, MC Chris.
I did an interview with you in an alley and it was windy.
It was really windy and nobody heard your best answer and I don't remember what you said anymore. And Dana, I'm sorry I can't clean up your 3,000 pounds of feral cat shit. Because I have it too now. I have feral cats living at my house. I don't know what to do. Do you guys want to see a picture of my cats? Like, my cat just barked. I couldn't do it without you.
Good times.
That's Dana's impression of me.
Yep.
My cat just barfed on my stomach. So let's talk about something else on Adult Swim now that we're clearly done with common side effects.
Yeah, that's the current stuff. What else do we have? I mean,
this is out of order on our list, but Family Guy's back on Adult Swim.
Okay.
And they're not showing all the same old episodes from the first 7 seasons where Peter's eyes are really weird.
Oh, they're not.
No, they're showing newer episodes from like season 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It's interesting how, and I think I had discussed this when we talked with Rilo when back when Venture was first canceled, and we were like,
Mm-hmm.
"What the fuck?"
Mm-hmm.
And I think I pointed out, I'm like, "Look, there's only so much that Adult Swim can really have on the network at this point because Disney
Yeah.
owns all the Family Guy, Simpsons, Bob's, etc., etc." And
Mm-hmm.
it seems like now it's become a thing where they're trying to make a profit by selling the
Syndication.
syndication. Thank you. My
Thank
brain is
you.
fried these days. So
Oh
yeah,
man, and
like a syndicated rights for shows where now Disney's like, well, we're gonna pay this network to do because that was the big thing last year was Comedy Central, uh, Comedy Central obtained exclusive rights to Family Guy and blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden it's like,
yeah.
well, wait a minute, now Adult Swim has the rights back, but they only have like the new stuff, and like
Well,
I
yeah.
I don't get it. It's however I guess however Disney wants to break it up.
It's like you can watch it. I really I literally watch it on 3 different channels. I watch it so much. Like it's we put it on TV when we're about to go to bed and we need to just unwind. So it
Yes,
comes on FXX, it
mm-hmm.
comes on Comedy Central, and now it comes on Adult Swim too.
Is it still on Freeform?
I think so. Freeform is Disney, so I
Yeah.
don't see why not.
Yeah, so that
I haven't
kind of
watched
falls
Freeform
under
in a while.
FXX. Well, like I said, I cut the cord, so I don't get to watch any of them.
Oh,
Everything Fox related I watch is on Hulu now.
yeah, you'll just have to watch it on Hulu.
So Bob's Great North, and occasionally we'll watch Grimsburg because that's an amazing show.
It is an amazing show. Did they make more?
Going into my crime mind, I think they just started season 2,
Oh shit!
and
We gotta check it out.
the big thing at Comic-Con was Martin Short's playing one of the main characters this season.
Oh, nice. He's funny.
Oh yeah,
You know what I really want to check out is Only Murders in the Building.
we've been
With
meaning
Martin Short.
to.
It looks good. But I don't know if Adam would stick with it with me because like we started watching Barry and I thought Barry was hilarious.
I heard it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's pretty violent too because he's a killer for hire. He's a hitman. And so Adam doesn't like the violence and we usually don't watch it. I'll be like, "Oh, you want to watch a Barry?" No, let's watch Family Guy. Steven Universe or something, you know,
Something you've
not
watched
traumatic.
a bajillion times.
So yeah, but that's basically all we have to say about Family Guy, isn't it? It's back.
Yeah, I mean, cool. I really don't watch it that much anymore, but I don't really watch Simpsons or like my go-tos are Bob's, Great North, and Grimsburg, and that's pretty much it. Fox.
Newer shows.
I've never been much of a Family Guy watcher since, I don't know, the second cancellation.
Yeah.
Like
There was a second
way back. It was canceled 3 times.
Holy shit, I didn't know that. I thought it was just the once.
Yeah.
Nope.
Huh.
And I watched it on Fox like way back, and then after it finally actually came back, it was never really something I cared for. I don't know. I like American Dad a lot, but I never was a big fan of Family Guy after like a certain time.
Newer American Dad.
I heard that gets insane. The
American Dad just never kind of stopped getting better. Like it's a weird one because I haven't seen anything from the last couple of seasons, but I used to keep up with it fairly regularly, and like after like season 2 or 3, because like the first like season or 2 it's still sort of like trying to be Family Guy light.
Yeah.
Like once you get past that and it becomes its own thing, it really does just sort of get better and better and better as it goes along. And once the episodes get more high concept and stuff, and they get really fun.
Like
it's
just wild.
the Rapture episode is what like hooked me. And then just as you go, like there's so many good ones. Like the hot tub episode is excellent, and
that's one of Adam's favorites with CeeLo Green.
It's amazing because I thought that was going to get the kiss of death going on TBS. Because I mean, think of how many other animated shows have gone there to die.
Yeah. But I
am surprised
pumping them out.
Like I thought so too. I thought like it was done when Fox was done with it, and then it went to TBS. I thought maybe get like a season or two on TBS and be done. Yeah. I'm surprised it's still going, and it's good for them.
It's funny as shit now. Like I liked it. It was something to watch, but since TBS has bought it and is making new episodes, like I enjoy it now. Like I think my favorite episode is one where Francine and Jeff become like Stan has to go out on a mission. So he says, sorry, Francine, I can't take you out for our monthly date. And then he gives Jeff a list of things that Francine cannot do. And Jeff is like, why? And Stan's like, just don't let her, take off her shoes. Don't let her do this. She has to do this. And it turns out Francine is kind of a freak. And she likes to get in all kinds of crazy ass trouble. And they play that song, Wild Women Do, and they don't regret it. That song. And like, she's like, Jeff, let's go wild. And he's like, I don't know, Francine. But then they have this crazy adventure, and they go to a drug dealer's house or something. And he ends up shooting himself or something. He ends up dying somehow. And the police are coming, and they have to like get out of his house, and he's trapped them in there, and they have to get out of his house and steal his car. And it's insane. And it's just total chaos, and I love it. I love Francine. Like, she's the housewife I wish I could be. Let's talk about Robot Chicken real quick. 20th anniversary special coming up. We don't know that much about it.
You know how I feel. It feels like, I mean, cool. It's been around for 20 years. Is there anything memorable about it? In my point of view, nothing I can speak about, or nothing I care to speak about.
Not even the Ninja Turtle episode with Joey Fat One, and they were like, Reaganomics. Yeah.
They put Ninja Turtles in Call of Duty this week, and that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Oh my god!
So I guess it had its moments.
It has had its moments. It's 11 seasons over the span of 20 years, which is kind of Aqua Teen-ish, except I think Aqua Teen is better. Like, what they're doing is harder than Aqua Teen. Because, stop motion, like, no wonder there's only 11 seasons in 20 years.
Well, I think they perfected that, too.
They did. But Aqua Teen, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I met all my online friends through Aqua Teen. I don't know if it's because I met my husband through Aqua Teen. I don't know. I think it's just a great
I became
show.
a more well-adjusted person through Aqua Teen.
Yeah, it's just funny as shit. Except the part with the kittens in the first movie. It did not like that.
And the microwaving the kittens one.
I did not like that either. I don't know what Dave and Matt have against kittens, but...
Well, maybe we should have Matt on one of these days.
We should have Matt on.
He's doing a lot more stuff online these days. Maybe we reach out to him. I know he's been doing Ronnie's show like every other week.
We should have him on. We've never had him, and we've never had Carrie on. I would like Carrie on.
Yeah.
He would be nice.
It would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Brief interview with him, I mean, an interview with him would be nice.
Yes.
So, Carrie, if you're listening, hit us up. We'd love to chat with you. Matt, if you're listening, you're probably not, but we'd love to chat with you.
He might be.
I think I met him, didn't I?
Yeah, you did a whole interview with him and Todd and Craig.
Yeah, Craig hates me.
No, he doesn't.
I
Craig's
think
just
he
a
does.
clown. I mean, he was clowning around with me the last time I saw him at New York Comic Con.
I mean, he hated me when we interviewed him on the show.
No.
I'm a dirty liberal.
Eh.
I'm an outspoken liberal.
I think most of the people he worked with were dirty liberals. If you hear them, if you see them talking on Facebook, I'm like, wow, who knew a lot of the Atlanta crowd were liberal?
I don't think conservatives could have come up with something as funny as Aqua Teen.
That's also true.
I just don't. Carl Bertanen came from the mind of a man with freedom, of two men with freedom.
Although here's a question
Mostly,
that Colleen
yes.
kind of posed this to me. Do you think Carl would have voted for Trump?
Probably.
Yeah, see, I was, I don't know, I'm kind of conflicted. He may or may not. I think he would.
I don't think he would have voted.
He might not have voted. You know.
He might not have voted. I feel like that feels more Carl.
He might have sold the flags to the other people in town.
Yeah,
he might have been the dude. He might have been the dude with the RV.
Yeah, like he probably bought and sold bootleg Trump flags, and then got fucked up and blacked out and forgot to go vote on election day.
Yeah.
Or he was the one who
feels like Carl.
He sold the Brandon stickers up until last summer, and when people asked for a refund, he disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's kind of chaotic neutral in the political spectrum. Maybe he's like, as long as I got my beats, my jams, and beautiful women, I don't care what you do. It don't matter. None of this matters.
I feel like that's a Dave question.
That is a Dave question.
Dave, come back on the show. He's not listening.
I would hope that he would answer it as Carl.
Oh, when I asked him the question about what do you think the anthem for New Jersey should be, because there is none, and the answer was exactly what I thought it should be, Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi.
One of my best friends and I, we used to go to the gym together in college, and I don't know how it started, but we would get like halfway through our cardio, and I would give her like half of my earbuds. And this was like 20 years ago, you know, when you had like wires on your earbuds for your iPod.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so we'd be on our machines and listening to Living on a Prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it was, some days it was the only thing that got us through it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So Aqua Teen aside, what else we got going on?
Well, we've got a third season, YOLO Rainbow Trinity.
Oh my god. I mean, that's another show, but oh my god. YOLO.
I know. I'm so excited.
I mean, suffice to say, I've seen the new episodes. I can't divulge them. Rilo said he would have a review up on the site.
Okay.
So,
I have not seen the episodes.
You should.
I should, because it's one of my favorite all-time Adult Swim shows. Michael Cusack can do no wrong.
Oh no.
Like,
and just all the crazy stuff, and I mean, I can talk about the one that aired at New York Comic Con, the Pelican episode, because they've shown clips of that too. But
isn't Pelican married to Sarah's sister?
I think so, or did they break up? I forget now.
No, there was the whole wedding episode where Sarah's sister.
Right. I remember that from the second season. Right.
Yeah, that was second season.
But then in this season, you find out there's a bunch of different Pelicans, like different color jewels or something.
Uh-huh.
It kind of came across as like Voltron meets Steven Universe.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see it. I love Steven Universe. And I have no idea what Voltron is. So.
Power Rangers?
Oh shit. Oh no, I'm thinking Zordon. Who was Voltron again?
Voltron was the robot that that combined. It was the
Oh,
Tigers that combined, and it was
oh,
they spoofed it with that show Titan Maximum, which that's a show that should have continued, but
That was a great show.
oh my god.
It sucks that it didn't go further than one season because that was great.
That was one of
which
those
one was
shows that
Titan?
around that same time period that we got all those other crazy shows like Saw of the Moment, Fat Guy
Oh
Stuck
yeah,
in Internet.
I
There were
loved that show.
Frisky Dingo. All those shows
Oh,
that had like balls to the wall concepts, and they were like, "Nah, we don't want to continue with these because Family Guy is our bread and butter."
I feel like Adult Swim is having like a second coming because of all
Yes.
these shows that are premiering like
Yeah,
literally this month
I
and
think they were
this
starting
year.
to. I think they were starting to, and a lot of things just kept them from continuing. Like that whole
Hmm.
when first it was 12-ounce Mouse is back. Then Yolo started, and a couple other shows in
Hmm.
between, and it felt like the network was coming back, and then COVID hit, and then I guess a few years later, then the strike hit, and
Hmm.
then all the mergers and acquisitions in between. Well, we're gonna now it's owned by AT&T. No, AT&T's dropping it, and they're merging with Discovery. Oh, David Zaslav is a piece of shit, and he's cutting everything for tax purposes.
Hmm.
And now we're starting to see kind of an emergence again
Yeah.
with everything that's been taken care of so far. And now there's
Yeah.
rumors that Warner Brothers might just spin off its TV properties, which I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
it's a weird one to because when it's weird to look at the network now,
Mm-hmm.
and because it's like it's slowly taking over more and more channel space from Cartoon Network.
That too.
Mhm.
It's like fully at this. I think at this point it's fully 50% of the channel airtime
Yeah.
because I think
I believe
it starts at what five or six,
It
It's
starts
five
and
at
then
o'clock
five.
runs.
with the
And
old school cartoon
I was going to
cartoons.
say,
It's like
are they
it
still
starts
doing
with
the checkered past
checkered
stuff?
past.
they
You
are,
think
and
so?
it's
Yeah.
like all of us that grew up with cartoons. I don't think we have any younger than millennial people listening to this show. I wish they would, because we are old now and we have good advice
Yeah.
like wash your hands after you
Yeah.
pee. But
Yeah, like it's
I
going
brought
from
it back.
5 to 5.
yeah,
Wow.
So it's
and but they're
well,
like
it's five
trying to
to
appeal
6.
to us. They're like
So
they're like come back.
it's actually slightly more channel time than Cartoon Network has now because it
Wow.
runs from 5 p.m. and then ends at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Right.
and goes back to Cartoon Network,
So it's
which is crazy,
That's 13
which is-
hours.
which is insane for a network that was used
Started
to
off
just
as
be
like
one
Canada.
night for a few hours.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be on Thursdays, and then eventually
Mhm.
they put it on Saturdays when
Yeah,
they played
had
O Canada. I loved O
the
Canada.
Action Saturday stuff. Oh, Canada. That
Yeah.
was surreal. Some of
I
that
loved
stuff.
O Canada.
I knowing how the Canada network is, I don't know if I would want to see it just sort of be a 24-hour network because I know there's some like big chunks of the network time in Canada that are just sort of like random ass movies,
Mhm.
like live action movies just sort of thrown in there. But I mean, if they have enough programming to just make it work, I could see it being a 24-hour network at some point.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Did they
we don't
still?
see a lot of Canadian stuff, do we?
No, not really. I mean,
No.
what was that show? Psyops.
Psychops, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Psyops.
that was imported from Canada. I think it aired there first, and then they ported it over.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. It'd be interesting. They just keep taking over more hours from Cartoon Network. So
Do
it's
they
like,
still
Yeah.
air the movies on Saturday nights? Does anyone know? Or did they stop that?
Sundays.
I don't see it. I
I
don't see it
think.
on the schedule. They used to have
I
that
think it's
Acme
Sundays.
Acme night when.
Yeah.
Oh
They
yeah.
last. I mean, as of like a month or two ago, they still were, I think. I mean, it's January now. They might have stopped this year.
Maybe for the winter time. Who knows?
Yeah,
because I don't see it on Adult Swim schedule unless it's on.
We
Cartoon
definitely
Network.
watched Space Jam once.
But I was gonna say, I love that they were getting the more obscure titles, like the night they had the Super Mario, the original Super Mario.
That's cool.
I was like, I have to tune in to this because it's not available on. Well, I think they have an imported 4K.
We found it somewhere. I can ask Adam for you after the show if you really want to watch it, because it is the best movie in the world.
I actually have the Riff Tracks version, so that if I really feel like watching it on digital, I could watch it with Riff Tracks.
Oh my! Please send that to me. Please show me how to get that, because I need that in my life.
Yeah.
But let's go back to Rainbow Trinity. I wonder what adventures the girls will get into this time. And yet again, I just want to say, as one of very few women who does Adult Swim podcasts that I know of, I don't listen to podcasts, but, if I did, I'd want to listen to this one because I feel like a woman has a voice that I understand. It is so good to see a girl power show. It's not just I love Tuca and Birdie. I loved that show. I wish it would come back. Ali Wong is just phenomenal. I learned who Ali Wong was today. I've seen her stand up. I've seen her on.
Years old.
I was today years old when I realized how much stuff I love has Ali Wong in it. But I love Tuca and Birdie. But Yolo is fucking funny as shit.
Oh yeah.
Tuca and Birdie,
and the fact that it's not done, but Sarah's voiced by a woman, but other than that,
she was portrayed by Michael Cusack in one episode.
In the live action, the Double Terry one.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that. I was like, I could watch this. I could just watch this for 30 minutes or 12 minutes. How long the show is. You could just watch that because he was just he was so perfect at that dance. But it's girl power, it's girl friendship. It's written by men, I think.
But they're Australian men.
They're Australian men, so of course it's going to be zany and off the walls.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Adam loves Australian everything, and he watches this guy on YouTube who repairs machines. He's rebuilding a crane that he got for cheap, stuff like that. And you can hear a train every so often in the background, and he yells, "Fuck off, train!" And now we have a coffee mug that says "Fuck off, train" on it. I would like more Australian shows. Koala Man was really good.
I have to finish that. That was another one that I slid off after.
I don't think I finished it, but it was good.
Because you know who was the producer.
Is he the person that killed Rick and Morty for me?
Yes.
Yes.
The guy who's not involved with that anymore. Well, technically he wasn't involved after the first season or two, so I think
I feel dirty watching Rick and Morty now. And I feel
it's more Harmon, and I know a lot of people have shit on Dan Harmon. But I don't know.
I should give it a second chance.
Yeah, at least this last season, because I feel like this last season felt more like the original show.
I did watch a lot of the episodes. I just didn't watch it religiously like I would any other Adult Swim original show, because I have the ick. And I feel like
that's kind of how I felt with Squidbillies, even though they replaced they got what's his face
early
that I like.
The racist guy.
Tracy Morgan?
Tracy Morgan, yeah. I like Tracy Morgan, but I really couldn't watch it at that point.
It's not the same.
Yeah, I never saw any of the Tracy Morgan episodes. I feel like it would have been weird.
Yeah. It didn't
I like
take
Tracy Morgan, but
I like Tracy Morgan. It didn't take away from the show, but at the same time, it just felt like the show had run its course.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think Rick and Morty has run its course because you have Harmon behind it. But
And
I
a
just
lot of,
get
I
an
think the other thing is a lot of those people who worked on it were anti that guy.
yeah, and
Because
like
even though that guy got off scot-free from his other thing, they were, the damage had already been done because they're like, yeah, he did this, he did that, and he really didn't do too
mhm,
much writing.
yeah, but I will give him this. The improv,
But I
he
feel
was
like,
just so good
again,
at
I
it.
feel like a lot of that was Harmon, too.
Mr. Sneezy,
Oh, Mr.
two
Sneezy,
brothers.
achoo.
Every time my husband and I see a little car, we talk about Mr. Sneezy.
Every time
But
I
two
start
brothers.
sneezing, I'm like, I get sneeze. Every time I see something that says two brothers.
There's a pizza place by my mom's house called Three Brothers.
Oh,
Like,
God.
it's just two brothers.
I think there was something
It's
at
just
that
called Two Brothers.
near that hotel that you guys used to like to stay in downtown. That was Two Brothers, and I looked at Colleen. I'm like, Two Brothers. She's like, what?
Oh man, you should have told me. I would have gotten it. It's just two brothers.
Two
Anyway,
brothers.
but yeah, YOLO, I'm really looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see more of Rachel, who is like
Yes.
I view myself as Rachel, and I am like, on one hand, I'm like, that's hilarious, and on the other hand, I'm like, I don't want to be seen as Rachel though.
She has her moments.
She does.
Without
really
without breaking the embargo or spoiling anything, there are some really good Rachel moments in the new episodes.
Yeah, I bet. I can't wait to see them because we are a Rachel household.
Yeah.
We love Rachel
You
here.
ship your team Rachel?
We're Team Rachel. We ship Rachel and the crocodile.
Crocodile Town.
Yeah. Was that last season? It was that whole conical thing where she fell in love with the crocodile and then he died and she kept his bones.
Wasn't that the first season when they go to
No,
the beach?
that was the second
Oh,
season.
that was the second season? Oh.
No, the beach episode was where Sarah fell in love with the crocodile and then Rachel killed him because she was trying to get Nan's precious rubies.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be prawn heads.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but I know we can't go too into it. I haven't seen the episodes, but girl power all the way.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, YOLO Rainbow Trinity. I cannot wait. And that leads me into another girl power show.
I was gonna say, speaking of girl power.
Speaking of girl power, there is another female main character show coming out. I am so excited for this. And I have seen the episodes, and I just thought I wanted more. I really wanted more.
That's good. I've only seen the pilot so far, and I know that was out and about. And I wrote, okay.
What is it called? It's the full name. Oh my God, yes. Coming. No, it's, what is it called? I wrote this article. I should know. Oh my God, yes. A series of extremely relatable circumstances. Fucking hilarious.
Now, let me ask you, since you've seen more of it than I have, did I summarize it? I summarized it by saying it kind of reminded me of Cyberpunk meets Boondocks.
Yes.
That's accurate?
It's, I wouldn't say meets Boondocks. I would say maybe like animation, not animation. Animation. I'm drunk. I'm clearly drunk. I had my chai latte and now I'm gone. The animation doesn't remind me of it, but it's kind of like three best friends who are all girls. So it's kind of Tuca and Birdie-ish.
Yeah, now that you mention it that way, maybe I would amend my original statement to say
It's like Tuca and Birdie meets
cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, yeah.
Because it's all the dudes with the enhancements and all the crazy stuff in the background.
There's in the trailer, which I hope you all have seen. There is
I'll put it in the show
one
notes.
of the girls is at a strip club with a sloth on a stripper pole, and there's a lot of anthropomorphic animals. It's funny as shit. That's all I can say without breaking the embargo. I don't remember any details, because it was late at night when I watched it, and I watched it in Reno, so. But it was really good. I'm really looking forward to watching it again. I am looking forward to watching it on Adult Swim when it premieres. Which would be, come on, Trish, you didn't write when this premieres?
I'm looking at the date right now.
March 9th at 12:15 after the new season of Rainbow, or of Yolo.
Yeah.
Next day streaming on Max.
Yeah, so they got, to your point earlier, they got a stacked lineup now.
They do.
I'm really amazed at how they've been piling it on.
Like, I really feel like Adult Swim is like having a second coming of brilliance.
And
like, gone are the days of William Street.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part, because people have asked me, they're like, "Oh, what's going on at William Street?" I'm like, I don't even think there is a William Street anymore.
I don't think so either, but I get all my information from you, so I don't know.
Even the last season of Aqua Teen was done by Floyd County.
Oh, wow. I'm glad Floyd County did it.
Oh, yeah.
I was had
elated.
Like Todd and the guys from there.
Exactly. I went to Todd first and foremost. I'm like, dude, your company is doing this. Tell me you're gonna have a hand in this. He's like, well, yeah.
But he's the director now. Does he draw Carl with brooms in his ass anymore?
I don't know.
I hope he does.
We should have him. I told him we'd have him on for when we had the last year when it was the anniversary of the show, but we never.
Okay, well, let's have him on next show. Get an interview set up.
You do it
in April. I'll try. I'll talk to him. I feel like I don't have time in March.
I don't have time. Period. But if you set aside an hour or two on like a weekend, for now, I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, I just can't do anything in March because we're going on a trip, and then I come home, and then I have oral surgery where I can't eat solids for 3 weeks. So I'm not looking forward to it. I'm going to be bruised to hell.
Talk, but I'm not gonna tell you what to do. That would be what I would do.
What?
Would do podcast after I had oral surgery. I think I have.
Oh my God, no, I can't. I was in so much pain.
I've done a lot of shit. I've recorded a lot of podcasts when I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, I don't want to be on codeine and like, oh my God, my mouth hurts so much. Todd,
surgeries, diabetes, whatchamacallit, diagnosis,
yeah,
diabetes. Deaths in families.
But you know what? You showed up, you put on a smile, you put on a good show.
I put on a smile. Okay.
You know, that speaks volumes. I think
I lost all my passion, and this is just my whatever.
Can we talk about one more girl power show?
Sure. Which one?
Can I finish Invincible Fight Girl?
Oh, I gotta finish that. I'm like maybe a couple episodes out.
I have such a crush on M. Brandon. I can't explain it.
He's a toddler.
No, not M. Brandon.
Oh, not Michael. M. Brandon. Yeah,
Mikey. Yeah. Mikey. Because all the names have to begin with M.
That's right.
Yeah. I have such a crush on M. Brandon, and I'm like, will they, won't they? And Jason, even, not you, Jason, but the creator of the show, Jason actually said, Justin. Why did I think it was Jason? See, this is me. I suck at names. I'm sorry, Justin, if you felt the need to listen to the show. I don't know why you would. Please come back anytime you want.
Yeah, it was fun.
But
We had a fun interview. I like doing the interviews when they give them to us because it's like a lot of
yeah.
them are the new shows. Like even the girls who did Teenage Euthanasia.
Oh my God, I'm so sad I missed that.
Yeah,
Can I please just tell everybody why I missed that show?
I thought you did.
I don't know. I thought one of our feral cats was going to die. I thought she was eating lilies growing in our yard because lilies are poison to cats. And the previous owners of this house, like the wife planted all these beautiful flowers that are toxic to cats. And she wasn't eating. And I was like, oh my God, Spot's going to die. John, my cat, they're telling me they're going to have to put her down at the vet. I don't want to kill my cat. You know, and turns out many dollars later and a trip to Oregon, she had gas. She had fucking gas.
I guess that'll happen.
They knocked her out because she's feral and very feisty. She's very feisty. Gave her an appetite stimulant, took x-rays, did all this shit, and was like, yeah, she has gas. Probably gas. And we took her home. We put her in the laundry room overnight. She was scared out of her wits. We let her go the next morning. That evening, she was eating everybody's food. So, yeah, that's why I missed the teenage euthanasia interview. And
I think that was the first one where I was like, okay, if Trish can't be here, I'm just going to suck it up because otherwise we're just going to miss out on this and it's going to be another
I
one
thought
of
you
those.
did well.
Oh, thank you.
I thought you did really well. But yeah, maybe next season if there is one. I hope so.
I hope so. That was a good show too.
But back to Invincible Fight Girl.
Yes.
She is so amazing. I just love Andy's character because she does not back down from anything. And she's so strong-willed, and I just love that about her. She's determined. And you don't see that with women in shows. Like, it's such a sausage fest. Like, you know, it's always the guys, like, in the animes who are like, yes, I will defeat you with my might, and my power. And it's like, okay. But then when Andy's like, I will defeat him with my might and my power. I'm like, yes, finally a girl is saying this. Like, I just love what Justin did making a female character. And I probably like scared him away forever by asking about that because I always am like, okay, what made you make a main character in the opposite gender of you? Like, that shows a lot of empathy, I think.
That's
to
true.
me. Because, you know, women are like, you know, we're second-class citizens sometimes in a lot of things. And I will finish my rant, but I loved Invincible Fight Girl. I want season 2 out yesterday. You can find it on Max. It's great. It's a great show. It's not hilarious, but it has its moments.
Yeah. It's one of those other shows where there's comedy in it, but it's more action adventure based.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I hate Craig.
Oh yeah.
Can we just all agree we hate Craig?
He's a shady fuck.
He's shady as fuck. And I mean, he's got a good heart, obviously, is what you see by the end of the show. He's got a really good heart. But I'd like to punch him in the face. Anyway, next topic.
What is the next topic?
I believe it's the new podcast.
Oh yeah,
with Dana Snyder and MC Chris.
We touched on that a bit earlier. MC Chris put out a new podcast with Dana. It's supposed to be a rewatch podcast, which sounds cool on paper, but I don't know. Will it be, or will it just be MC Chris and Dana? Because that's cool too.
Yeah, I should. I listen to books when I clean my house, which is every day. And I really should listen to the podcast because MC Chris and Dana are so fucking funny.
Agreed.
Like, I would pay to watch them read the phone book. So, MC Chris, Dana, anytime you guys want to come back to the Swimcast.
Mm-hmm. Well, MC Chris proper. We almost had him on, I think, his last tour or something.
Oh, yeah.
I know someone was trying to get him on the show, but it was just the timing.
We need him on the show for real.
Yeah.
And Dana. We should invite them on the show for an interview. Just be like, hey, you guys are doing a podcast? Come talk to us.
You know what? They should have you on their show because they've already had Ronnie.
They've had Ronnie. They should have you.
Me, I don't care. I mean, I do care, but
I couldn't do it without you, John. I could not. I'd be so like, Dana? So, do you like cats now? Please don't say you like dead cats because I will cry. Yeah. So, but let's talk about that. I mean, that's really cool that they got together. Because I just never knew they were friends. I mean, I know they worked together and everybody at William Street was kind of buddies with everyone else. Like, it seemed like a very, like, friendly area, a friendly place to be during the early days of Adult Swim. I feel like everybody was like, you got this. Yeah, man, you got this too. And, you know, I saw a lot of camaraderie behind the scenes. You know?
Yeah.
So
I think it was. Geez. I think at one point it was, and then as the writing was on the wall, people leaving and just things going downhill. Like, I haven't been there, and I mean, I can't go back because I'm an adult now, and I don't have the money or the time to go to Dragon Con. And going to William Street, I haven't been there in like 10 years.
Yeah. The golden age is gone, but I feel like we're getting another golden age here. If they release 2 more new shows this year, I think Adult Swim can bounce back.
That's possible.
I really feel like that. They've got so much now.
And I'd like to see them do, if they're not going to do Aqua Teen this year, maybe another old show. Like, I don't know what. Frisky Dingo.
I was just going to say Frisky Dingo.
Imagine?
Yeah, even if they do like a wrap-up movie. Or I know we had spoken about that either the last episode we did together or some other time where it was like, you know, now that they got those 3 movies out of the way where they pretty much wrapped up Venture and Metalocalypse, what could we possibly see next? And
I read an interview with Adam Reed shortly after Frisky Dingo had been canceled. And I remember him saying, you know, I had all kinds of adventures planned out for them in space. But would Adam Reed touch Adult Swim again after his success with Archer?
I don't know, because what is he doing now? I don't know if he's doing anything, or maybe he's
taking a break.
He might be taking another break like he did when he knew Dingo was going down.
Yeah.
I know Mike O'Lean, the president of Adult Swim, the guy who co-created Harvey Birdman, I think they asked him this. It wasn't last year. I think it was the year before when they didn't have. That was a fun. That was a quote unquote fun panel because the poor moderator didn't know what she was asking because I guess it was they did the writers and the actors strike at that point, and I guess they were expecting a different people to show up, except they couldn't have anyone, so it was just Mike and the 2 of the producers. And she's like asking them all kinds of questions like, how did you come up with this animation style for Aqua Teen? And it's like, that's not really his question. That's not really a question for him.
Yeah, that's not a...
It's more of a Dave and Matt or even Todd question.
Yeah.
It just felt there were a lot of parts where she asked a question and it just came off a little cringy. And in retrospect, watching her do an interview last year, this girl Perry, she did one for that Has Been Hotel show that all the kids are
Everybody
into.
loves that show. I don't know if I'd be into
I
it.
just snuck in there because there was a panel after that I wanted to see. So I'm like, let me get in. And she was doing that one, and I'm like, wow, she's actually really good. And
Yeah.
it dawned on me, it was probably because of the strike that she was like floundering.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, tangent there. But they had asked, one of the fans asked Olean, well, they were asking him, oh, bring back this show. Would you think about bringing back that show? Xavier, this one, that one. And someone asked about Frisky, and he said, well, I don't know if they want to do it.
Yeah, that's what I think too, because I know Reed was like pissed when they let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just was pissed, and a little while
when
later
he saw the writing on the wall, and then he quit, and then they tried, Matt Thompson and crew
with
tried
the
to keep it together
Exticles.
with the
Yeah.
Exticles, and they were just like, nope.
Yeah.
I think that was a very weird time too, because we were also supposed to get a reboot of Lucy, Daughter of the Devil from Lauren Bouchard.
Yeah.
And he supposedly developed it, and Adult Swim just went, nah.
I know.
Which,
Adult Swim shit on everything back then.
You know what? Probably the best thing for Lauren Bouchard, because then he went and developed
Probably.
Bob's Burgers.
Probably, yeah. Definitely.
It's like
Who's laughing now?
They've made a lot of dumb moves. Like,
They have.
what was the one year that they did the pilot contest and Super Mansion won, and they never did anything with it. They passed on an actual show, and then it went to Crackle and won an Emmy.
Wow. Yeah, I will never forgive them for shutting down Cheyenne Cinnamon. That show was fucking funny.
I think they were
It was
just
a
like,
girl
yeah,
show.
this is too much money for us to spend.
And it was like a girl who sings and, takes people on adventures to help them out of a problem. It would have been great. Neko Case was amazing in that show. Is it Neko or Nico?
Nico.
It's Nico, isn't it? It is Nico.
Nico
I can't
Case.
read either. What?
No, I was quoting Meatwad from the Santa Left a Booger in My Stocking song on the Christmas. Nico Case.
I hate that song because I hate boogers. I can't. When Adam and I were thinking about having kids, I was like, I will do diapers. I will do everything. You will do nose stuff. And he's like, fine, because I don't want to do anything else. Like, he's like, I can do nose
you're
stuff.
going to use the injector. I'm like, okay.
Oh, but wait, let's not talk about that yet. Let's finish our thoughts, because then we have shut up. So anyway, Cheyenne Cinnamon could have been great. She was me, basically. I had a giant unicorn. I could fly through the air, and I could help girls who got pregnant by their soccer coach. That whole show, like that whole episode was just so hilarious, and I don't know that they could get away with it today.
Wasn't no, now you got me wondering. I'm gonna check it out on IMDb. Who the voices were?
Oh, was Dana in that?
I think so. I think he was like her agent or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, Dana was Man with Baby. Oh, I'm right. The voice of the girl was Kristen Shaw.
Yes, I forgot that was her. And it's funny because I think of her in that role often. And so I haven't finished What We Do in the Shadows yet because
Same.
I'm not ready to go.
No, I don't think we are either.
Ready. Yeah, but
not you.
Anyway, I think that really sums up our podcast besides one piece of special news. Do you want to tell everyone?
Ali Wong's gonna eat us?
Yes.
I mean, that's the last thing I see on the thing.
No, you don't.
2 new shows.
Well, now you do.
Ali Wong is gonna eat you.
All I Wong will eat all of you.
Why is it all I Wong?
Because I misspelled alligator with 2 L's.
Oh. I don't know. I think I spelled helicopter wrong when I wrote helicopter.
So you don't want to talk about your super exciting news?
My kid?
Yeah, your fucking kid, John.
I think people who know me know by now.
That thing you made with your wife.
That thing, I created life.
You did create life.
I did a thing.
That's incredible.
Allie Alligator. Anonymous Alligator.
Why is it saying anonymous alligator where I type?
I don't know. It's Google.
Are you signed into Google?
Oh, no, I'm not.
That's why.
Whoops. So wait, does that... There you are.
Why did it sign me out?
It's Google.
We are having some technological differences right now.
Of the tech companies out there, I feel like Google's the safest one right now.
Kinda. Listen, half of my stuff is Google right now.
All my stuff is Google.
Nah, I got everything.
But
yeah, there is another Skywalker. And by Skywalker, I mean Galbo.
Yes, baby Galbo.
I feel like it's come full circle because when Aqua Teen was starting, and then Matt and Dave were having their kids, and now their kids are doing voices on the shows. I think last night was the 12-ounce mouse party for 222, and someone was like, "Oh yeah, that's Matt's son doing the voice of the kid."
Oh wow,
that was fun, by the way. Props to Speed Beats, who took over the Corndog Central website. He's done a bang-up job every year of doing Zoo Day. This year it was Aquarium Day because he decided as a joke he was going to stream it, but it was going to feel like it was underwater. Which was
that's very fitting for 12-ounce mouse.
It is.
It is very fitting.
And he had a meat cam on the side where he smoked some meat and ate it.
Oh, nice.
And apparently Yoda was involved somehow.
Oh, nice.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I would have just streamed the movie from the DVD.
12-ounce mouse was always really hard for me to understand what the fuck was going on.
I know, and it's one of those shows. It's like, I think someone said, maybe it was Tom Foolery who used to work on the show. He had kind of equated it to Twin Peaks, where everything was crazy.
Yeah, my log.
My beer.
My log. Log lady.
In 12-ounce mouse, it was my beer.
Oh.
Or the clock.
Yeah.
Or the, anything else in that
fucking
show.
Clocks.
Yep.
I still, it's like a fever dream for me. I can't watch it. It's just like a fever dream. One thing I did want to talk about when you mentioned Xavier, I think the kids are really into Xavier right now.
What kids?
Like the young people.
The ones we don't talk to anymore?
You know what? You're right, though.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like, I see it with people in other Discord servers and stuff. I think, like, bits and pieces of the show maybe kind of got chopped up and wound up on, like, TikTok and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
It's understandable. I mean, it kind of goes well with a lot of, like, the sense of humor that people have now with shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, I feel so old now because I'm like, I got it when it came out. I thought it was hilarious. I really enjoyed it, but
yeah, it was.
Now I'm like, oh my god, this is so cringe.
I love that show.
When did that come out? Was that around the same time as all the other shows, Dingo and all them?
It was after Dingo, I think.
It was
2007. Yep. So that was like mid 2000s. Was like that time where like they were doing all the crazy experimental shit.
Yeah. PFR was like high.
Oh yeah.
Like on the totem pole, like.
Oh yeah.
They did.
PFR was doing everything. Although Allison Levy did Teenage Euthanasia
through PFR. Yeah. There was that one show, not TV Funhouse.
Wonder Shows?
Oh, Wonder Shows. And
Wonder Shows, and yeah.
Never watched it.
Oh, man, that's one of my favorite shows of all time.
There were parts of it, though, and I think, Jason, I think you can understand the kids these days then, if it's your all-time favorite show, because there were parts of it.
Well, it's one of my favorite shows.
I couldn't stand. Like, one time they had, like, a dead rabbit being eaten by maggots.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, or it was a dead fox.
I mean, there was a lot of really, like, absurd, gross out shit in it. I mean, like, the pilot, I believe it was the pilot, was mainly the big segment in the pilot was old stock footage of a hot dog factory.
Mm-hmm.
And like other stock footage mixed in. So it's like it was like showing all this footage of a hot dog factory, and then I think like the workers go on break and it cuts to like a close up of a guy shooting up like heroin or something like that. And the whole segment's like being narrated by kids, because that's like that's the point of the show. And it's like they do all this, and then they show the guy with the needle, and like one of the kids goes, "Daddy," or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
There was some very dark shit in that show.
It was very dark.
It's very funny though. It's every time somebody brings up Xavier, I tell them to check out other PFR stuff. And I know that there's like a lot of shit in Wonder Shows in that like wouldn't fly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
If they tried to, like if they tried to make that show, you know, I hate doing the whole like, oh, you can't make this today. You couldn't be able to make this today, but like,
yeah,
like it probably wouldn't. Yeah, if a lot of the shit in Wonder Shows and probably wouldn't fly on on like television now.
And I don't think Xavier would.
No, but there's also a lot of really clever stuff in Wonder Shows, and also if you really watch Wonder Shows, and a lot of the shit that wouldn't fly is also tongue in cheek and satirical, you know, with the shit that it's talking about. I also love there's an episode of Wonder Shows that plays all the way. I think the Patience episode, I think it was. Where the whole first half of the episode plays normally, and they're asking people about patience and being patient and everything like that, and then it goes to commercial, and when it comes back from commercial, they just play the entire first half of the episode in reverse again.
Oh my god.
And it has, I think, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, series finales I've ever seen from a show too, where they took their puppet Clarence. I think that's the blue one.
Yeah.
And he went around New York City, asking people what their problem was with television, and if they were able to make. And they would challenge just strangers to make good TV, which would mainly just be they would hover the camera on a stranger until the person got agitated or actually did something. And it's just a half hour of them annoying people, and some of them are into it and they try to do shit. Some of them start chasing them.
Jesus Christ, I forgot about that.
Shit. And then and the grand finale of the episode is them in a helicopter over the Hudson River, and they throw Clarence into the water. So the puppet is just gone.
Good.
It's a great show.
I don't think, I'm looking back on that, and I don't think anything makes me go, oh, Jesus Christ, as much as PFR does.
I'm going down, yeah.
Well, I was going to say Teenage Euthanasia is like the tamest thing they've ever done, and it was beautiful.
Probably. Delocated didn't have too, well, I guess, kind of.
Delocated
had its moments.
Another one I couldn't, feel as well. It was a good show.
I'm going down a PFR hole because I didn't realize Heather Lawless was on Wonder Shows, and because she created Hard She Holler.
Oh, that was one I never even watched.
See, I
watched the first season, and then I slid off because I'm like, they changed, what's her face? Who we were talking about before? Kristen Shaw.
I forgot that
Yeah.
On which, Archie Holler? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
In the first season. I forgot
I
that
definitely have to watch it.
I forgot that they did the Neon Gnome pilot.
Yeah, I didn't
I
realize that either.
loved Neon
That was
Gnome.
so great.
I love that pilot, and it's a shame that it kind of just turned into Problem Solvers, which wasn't great.
I never even
Like,
watched it.
I saw a few episodes. It was whatever. But the Neon
was
Gnome pilot,
okay.
I watched I watched that pilot so many times.
So did we. We still quote it. We still go, maybe I should give Raps one more chance.
My sister and I would sit down and just watch that pilot over, and we used to quote it all the time too.
Yeah.
I think I still do, and no one will ever understand that when I say water, are you talking about?
Yes, you quote that a lot
referencing
too.
that
from time to time.
Water are you talking about? And
Adam, for a
root beer
while,
salad?
I need my wallet and my glasses.
Are you okay?
Adam,
should I call 911?
Like, I'm a very anxious and nervous person, which I'm probably sure doesn't surprise anybody listening to this. But Adam would randomly, I'd get nervous about something, and Adam would go, Horace doesn't like the forest. Horace doesn't like the forest.
The forest.
That was Neon Gnome and Cheyenne Cinnamon should have both been greenlit.
Yeah.
I don't remember what show was greenlit and was intended to be greenlit from the start, but like I know Adam made some kind of app that voted on Cheyenne Cinnamon just constantly.
Oh, I'm sure. Good stuff.
Back in the day when he worked for NASA and wasn't stressed all the time.
Good times.
Good times. Welcome to your 40s, kids.
Welcome to getting older. Someone else is going to overtake you in the podcast Adult Swim community.
Yeah.
Damn it, Ronnie. No, I'm kidding.
Damn it. How dare you be so nice?
No, he actually, well, he is super nice, but also he came up with a kind of genuine concept 20 years after I did.
Yeah.
I'm basically Kevin Costner at the end of Field of Dreams going, well, I built this whole thing. What am I getting out of it? And I guess my dead father playing baseball with me.
Oh, that's a sweet thought. I wouldn't want to play baseball with my dead father.
Oh.
He used to complain because he'd be like, because my grandfather and I were like thick as thieves. I mean, like, to this day, I think about him. I talk to him every day. He's been dead 18 years. Yeah, 18 years this April. But my father would be like, oh, my father never took me to play catch. My father was a piece of shit. Yeah. And after he died, I was like, my father did take me to softball, and it was awful. He was constantly putting me down and yelling at me in front of everybody.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it was terrible. I was talking about him on a cooking video. If you want to talk about traumatic childhoods and horrible fathers, horrible parents, hit me up on Facebook. You can find me. It's Trish Henson, and it's a picture of me. I think with Adam, probably.
And your cooking videos.
And my cooking videos. You can find me on YouTube. Maybe John will put me somewhere on the ACPN later. But anytime you want to talk traumatic childhoods with me, person in Turkey who listens to us, hit me up. Find me. Come into the Discord. I will talk traumatic childhoods with you. And I will listen to you. And I will validate your feelings.
Okay.
Because your feelings are valid. And you know what? They say you should forgive people who hurt you. You know what I learned working in a domestic violence or volunteering in a domestic violence shelter? Some things are unforgivable, and that's okay.
Yeah, and some people are just bitter. I did good. I've done good stuff. Not every episode is going to be great.
No, but you've done great stuff. I mean, like, you've met so many people in Adult Swim. And that's amazing. And you share your experience with people, and I think your experiences are so unique and impacting because
that's what it's all about. That's what my adventures are all about, is community and storytelling.
Yeah, and how many people become besties with people like Todd Redner and Nick?
You should get Nick on the next show.
I should get Nick on the next show.
He's got nothing going on. I'm kidding. He's probably got something going. A lot of these guys got
He's got to pump the water from his basement and buy a new house.
Oof.
Or Nick. Shit keeps flooding.
Christ.
I know.
Well, it hasn't been a great season.
It has not. I really hope. I hope things get easier for his house soon.
Same.
He's a great dad. I love the way Nick is raising his kids, because like the shit they draw is just amazing. I love following Nick Gibbons on Facebook, and if you're an old like we are and you have Facebook, please follow Nick Gibbons. He is so funny and so amazing. I can't say enough good things about him. I just love Nick.
I know Todd started a website, but I think Nick did too. Maybe I'll put him in the show notes.
Todd does have a website. I've been there. I've seen it.
But we'll put them in the show notes. Anything else to plug, you guys?
My cooking videos.
Well, you did that already.
Which are for adults only.
Jason, anything?
No, I got nothing.
Hold on, let me find my name on my...
Okay,
what is my name?
I just wanted to say you could find the website at adultswimcentral.com. The other site is acpnet.net for a bunch of podcasts and writings, musings, social networks. We're on Blue Sky, and we're on Threads as Adult Swim Central.
I am on Instagram.
You're on Instagram.
Trish_Henson.
Yep. And
if you like cat pictures, you'll love my Instagram.
That's pretty much it. If anyone wants to help contribute to this show or the website, hit us up. Podcasts at acpnet.net.
YouTube, Trish Henson 7821. Very, very creative.
That's your cooking?
Yes, that's my cooking show. You have to be 18 or older to view it.
Am I following that?
You should.
Well, now I gotta switch accounts because this stupid thing keeps defaulting to my personal. No one needs to hear this. If that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah. Unless you want me to tell another story about my childhood.
No, I think we can save that for another show.
All right. I got a lot of them.
Yeah, same.
I cry in Al-Anon meetings.
Oh, dear God. Okay, now we're ending it.
Wait, can I real quick give a shout out to Al-Anon? No.
Okay.
It's not for alcoholics. It's for their family and friends.
What is your YouTube, Trish?
Trish Henson, TrishHenson 7821.
7821.
You can edit out the part about
I am subscribed to you. Never mind. Okay, good night, everybody.
Good night. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
That was good. What else is on? This has been an Adult Swim Central production.
ACE